Well, despite weird technical difficulties on what are we on? Jordan, what are we on? Jordan from Crunch Wears No Pants, joining the Missing Lynx podcast, post-game live stream, whatever you want to call it. But he's here. I'm here. We got the thing to work. Ads are working. This is all great. Jordan from Crunch Wears No Pants. How's it going, man?
I'm doing so well. Actually, if you had asked me that like 25 minutes ago, I would have been down in the dumps. But during the post game presser, I was able to do some breathing exercises. I came to grips with the loss, and I'm excited to talk about it. I don't know if I'm excited to talk about the loss, but I'm stoked just to chat Lynx with my guy on the stream with the ads working. Should be a hoot and a half.
Well, if the ads didn't work, I would have just thrown them to Jordan because, man, you do top tier ad reads on the Crunch Wears No Pants podcast.
Thank you. Send the talking points my way, and I'll just wing something real quick for Pence Homes. We'll make it happen.
Hey, there we go. Well, I guess we'll get into it. Cole, right off the bat, missing Lynxes is about right. Post game, Cheryl took 2 questions because the Vegas reporters that were out there didn't bother to ask her any. And her assessment was basically we wasted an offensive performance that was really good because we didn't play any defense. She said that they watched clips at halftime of them just mental lapse, effort type plays that they weren't necessarily playing. And I kind of asked a follow-up question of just like, so was it aces or was it Lynx related? And she's like, well, the aces have 4 Olympians, but also like we played terrible defense. I mean, that's kind of my take on it too. How about you, Jordan?
Yeah, I don't want to mansplain Cheryl Reef, but that's about it. Like that's my appraisal of the situation as well. And that's like what I was kind of mentioning, like going into the show. I was heated. Like I was up to, do you mind give me 90 seconds of runway here, Andrew?
Oh yes, by all means.
So I was watching the game and I was like, okay, Lynx clinch. Let's not risk injury. Let's just chill out a little bit. All good, man. And then like they kept hanging around. And then I got emotionally involved, and I know it's like my favorite team in the W, so you kind of start to lean in, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then you can just kind of see we have on one hand, we have a team that's kind of hungry, gunning for 13 in a row, trying to prove themselves after being embarrassed by, the Lynx and the league at large. And then another team was like kind of clinched it, and you're kind of using these games, this weird nebulous period in between, clinching and the playoffs, like test new things, new lineups, new game plans, but also mentally you're probably just checked out.
Yeah.
Like how much juice, there's spurts, like the stud buds turned up for a little bit. But like how much juice do you really have when like you've done it? So now like your eyes are to the playoffs, you know what I mean? The drive for 5, and this is kind of like just free money at this point, but you don't want to lose that intensity. So I get it, and that's why I was able to calm down. I was feeling a lot of what Cheryl was feeling too. Like, yeah, I'm more forgiving of it probably. It's unfortunate that we wasted like that offensive showing, but also I get it. Am I being like a lame fan and just excusing it? What do you make of that?
It's hard to just say like, we're just excusing it because I don't think this will be excused. Like I honestly am kind of afraid for the Valkyries on Saturday because Cheryl, we got sad Courtney Williams and sad Napheesa Heidemann at the post, like for the players tonight, and both of them were pretty bummed out about the loss. And it's because Cheryl's going to make sure they are ready and accountable and that this doesn't happen again, especially in the next game. But I mean, you said it. This is an Aces team that the last time they saw the Lynx, they got embarrassed so badly that like Fee gets injured and it's literally chastising the coach for leaving her in for 20 something minutes.
It does feel karmic.
Yeah. And like the Aces are fighting for the 2 seed. They are trying to put the whole league on notice. Asia Wilson's kind of smelling that MVP trophy in the water again.
Dog, she's hooping, bro. The last 12 games, I was looking through the box scores. I'm not going to claim that I watch the Aces that frequently. Yeah. Maybe like once a month during the season, maybe twice outside of Lynx games.
Dude. She's really good at basketball.
Yeah, dog, I get it. Like I tweet a lot of things in favor of of Fee, and that's like, that's discounting Asia sometimes. It's discounting everybody, like Lynx supremacy forever.
Yeah.
I'm a mean fan. Like let's like make everyone feel bad. But I was watching her hoop. I'm like, dog, this is Olympian status. Like this is why I have a pair of like her shoes, like the Cosmic Unities. I don't have the A1s yet, but I do have the ones, her personal editions from that she was wearing before she had her signature sneaker. I'm like, oh yeah,
cool.
this is why I bought her shoe. Like this makes a lot of sense. So it's nice to be reminded as to why like I frick with this player so heavily, even though it came at the MVP agenda. It came against that. But
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how much like voters weigh in this, because and Cole asks in the chat here, Fee's getting dragged online, which I don't doubt that at all. And Asia passed Fee in points, so we can no longer say Napheesa Collier, the defensive player of the year, is leading the WNBA in scoring, which that's been one of my favorite things to talk about all season. But at the same time, like everyone I've talked to that has a vote has pretty much said it's Fee.
I hope so, but also like Fee missed. How many games did she miss? 6.
She missed 10.
10.
So that's
okay.
That's
congrats, Asia. Good job. Yeah, made it.
That's kind of what I did in my last article. Shameless plug. That's kind of what I broke down. Was just Fee is having this historic offensive efficiency season. She is putting together like everything on paper. She's a top 3 defensive player, maybe the best offensive player in the league this year on the best team. But no one's ever won the MVP missing more than like 20% of games, and Fee's going to be like right at that margin with missing 10 out of 44. But that being said, I think a lot of voters have made up their mind, and maybe that plays into it. I think the other side of it too is, Asia, if she does get the award, I do think Fee probably wins Defensive Player of the Year, which sucks for like Alana Smith, but I feel like they will try and split those 2 awards up to kind of like reward each of them.
Either way, we get a new Playa Society shirt with Napheesa on it, so I'm cool. Either way, if I get a cool caricature shirt from Playa Society with my favorite player on it, like I'm cool. That's all I need. I'd prefer it to be an MVP iteration this time, but I get it.
Dustin just drops in, says defense was soft but hilarious when the Aces had to put the panic button against our bench. Yeah, they Heidemann came in, made it close, and the Aces had to kind of just really freak out at the end of the game there.
They were holding on for dear life. I was really impressed by how just locked in as a team the Aces are right now. Very, very scary going into the playoffs. Like when the team gets hot, it's kind of like I think of like the WNBA playoffs a little bit like the NFL, in that in the NFL it's just it's a 1-game series, so you can just get hot and win a Super Bowl. The like the series are short enough where if you get hot at the right time, you could run it up. Kind of like the maybe even like the NHL too. From what I understand of
I don't watch a lot of hockey, but everyone tells me if you have a hot goalie, you're set. I don't know what that means. I don't mean it. I don't know if that means like
you could identify a hot goalie
is hot, or if it's just like he's saving a lot of pucks.
Let me see. I just looked at Manny Fernandez, the one Wild goalie I know, and I don't think he's necessarily like hot. I know as a heterosexual, I'm not quite sure, but I don't think he's hot.
KJ pops in the chat here, and I think someone commented on X too, saying, BC didn't get the ball more. I've asked Cheryl about this so many times this year. I didn't want to ask again tonight, but like BC has a shot quota of like Cheryl wants her to shoot 10 times a game. Like that is what they want BC to do. And she just kind of doesn't. I mean, she knocks down 3 in the first quarter and then kind of disappears on offense. Defensively, she was great all game. Like I think she was one of the few players that had like a good defensive game. But like it is crazy how a 40% shooter, you need to beg to shoot the ball at times.
Is this well, I have a couple questions for you. In an ideal world, is she like the 3rd option offensively or 4th?
I think in an ideal world, she's probably the 5th, to be honest. Okay. Like it probably goes Fee, K-Mac, Courtney, Lan, BC.
Yeah, so I mean, there's like that's the root of the issue right there, and I guess it's not really a question. I chalk it up to just champagne problems.
I mean A lot of times that's what it is. It's just interesting how much Cheryl talks about like really needing to pressure BC into shooting the ball more. And like part of that might just be like BC's a very smart player and is like, hey, we got the MVP, an all-star, and another all-star that are all really good at scoring the ball. I'm gonna just kind of drift over here and make my impact on defense. But I kind of feel like tonight is one of those games where, I mean, she should have had 12, 15 shots. Just let BC huck it. There's
Yeah,
no, if she shoots it 15 times and you lose, like it still doesn't impact the standings. But
where I bump against this, and I know you had Brandon on the show, the math part of Crunch wears no pants. When I see a Courtney Williams long two, or
yeah,
an option for BC three, I'm kind of like, oh, why didn't we just hit the BC three, please? Like,
yep.
I don't like math in my sports. Don't get it twisted, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's the law of the world. I would love to, makes more sense to go there. And I know Courtney Williams, mid range god. But yeah, I think it's like a champagne problem thing, and maybe maybe it'll be a playoff magnet ball situation. That's what I'm
Yeah,
kind of making on, because the game changes in the playoffs. So hopefully
it
that's
could
where it
be.
goes.
Jordan, I'm going to throw us over to a quick ad here, quick, and then when we
Do
come
it.
back, we'll have some more fun. I promise.
Pay the bills, brother.
Yes. Well, hello. Thank you, Livestream Andrew. This is Ad Read Andrew. And today we have Firehawk Construction and Remodeling, the presenting sponsor for the Missing Links podcast. Firehawk Construction and Remodeling strives to inspire people to follow their ideas, working with respect and understanding to create a quality, tailored result. Firehawk Construction and Remodeling, located in Blaine and serving in the North Metro area, is here to help you with your building and remodeling needs. I can say personally, thanks to Firehawk Construction and Remodeling, I have a beautiful deck in my backyard, and countless projects that I started, they finished. Get started on your new deck or remodel today by calling Isaac at 763-710-5686. So Jordan, I want to talk stud buds.
I would love to talk about stud buds with you. What do you got?
So first off, Vogue cover today. Like
Flex.
that's insane. They've slam covered, Vogue covered. They were the hottest attraction at the state fair. Like it's just kind of taken over. Like literally at the Connecticut game, there was probably more pink wigs than Connecticut fans, which I mean, they're not very good this year, but still like pink wigs for the stud buds. I mean, you've kind of latched on to the. I mean, you've always been a Lynx fan, from what I hear from your co-hosts,
Yes.
that you were the OG that drug them into this.
Yes, I
But
brought
like,
them home.
could you ever imagine like a WNBA kind of phenomenon taking over like this? Like, this isn't Caitlin Clark, like, Iowa fans, all of that stuff. This is legitimately just two people having fun on the internet that have taken over the world.
I mean, it doesn't seem implausible to me. So after my radio career, I did a little stint in advertising, and I was tasked with finding sports for my client to be on. And given their budget level, we had to look at women's sports. And it was tennis, golf, and the W as like the highest ROI, highest growing. I know this is kind of gross to talk about, but it's like,
no, it's fine.
These are the sports that were like, we're talking about advertising. And it's like,
yeah.
So this was back in when I did that was early 2021. So like there was seeds, there was kindling for a WNBA. Like there were signs back then, like in the advertising industry, which is like, for whether you like it or not, like kind of an arbiter of culture.
Yeah.
And then you pair that with like the live stream, and you pair that with the personality, and you pair that with like, the Caitlin Clark gas on the fire of the W, which, a rising ocean raises all ships. And it's like a perfect storm to be at the right place in the right time. Would I have expected it to come from the Cheryl Reeve organization, Minnesota Lynx? No. No. So could I see this being a thing? Absolutely, especially given W fans and like just the online presence. At least what I see on Twitter. I don't post much on Blue Sky, but I imagine it's also on Blue Sky. It makes sense, but I don't think it'd be under Cheryl's watch. I don't think I would see Cheryl dancing the Nuck If You Buck, if that was the question. Like, that's quite asinine, and I love it. But I'm proud of them. They're, and get your money. Get your money, team.
100%.
Courtney.
That's the important part. Like these people are going to make more money probably doing stud buds than their entire WNBA like career. But like to me, it's still just like Caitlin Clark comes into the league and it explodes. And I think everyone kind of understands that the fan base that came in with her was a very new fan base that maybe didn't understand a lot about the W. I mean, we have Simone Augustus getting in fights at midcourt and like it's a physical league, all of that stuff.
What a time.
Right. A beautiful time. And now it's like, you know, these two kind of like outgoing personalities decide to do this live stream and they are like, we're just going to be us, but like in front of a camera. And I can attest, like that is to the T exactly how they are, whether you're just talking to them off to the side, in front of a mic, them at practice, there is no difference. So they are not doing, it's not an act.
Oh, it's not a bit.
Anything.
It's just, it's people crave authenticity in like this crazy, stupid digital world. Like they crave like the live stream. Why do people like live streams? I know it's digital and I was just like shitting on it. Sorry for swearing.
As you're currently on a live stream.
As on a live stream, but like, you know, but it's authentic and we don't get much, authentic stuff, especially in like, you know, on the NBA side. It's also manufactured, not to cut you off, but like people are gonna, it's very magnetizing. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say the other side of it that like, again, given like the current like world climate that we're in, these are two like masculine women doing a live stream.
Oh, what's going on in the world right now, Andrew?
And like it just explodes like that. Like one, it gives me hope in humanity. That's what I'd say. That like they are popular across everything. But the other thing is just like I can't say I would have expected it like this year that like them doing that type of thing would just explode like this.
I'm glad it's happening. I wonder how long it can last.
Yeah.
But I don't like where does it go besides just being like two friends, two buds, two studs being buds, you know, like where does it go from here? But like it's cool that they capitalize on the moment. I'm glad it's happening, and I'm glad it's happening on my favorite basketball team, which is tight.
I mean, that's the other thing. Like they're doing this partying at All-Star Weekend, doing all the things that they're doing, and they're just casually on the best team in the league. And let's get it back to basketball a little bit because V Marie asks or says on YouTube, guard play is a little unhinged, undisciplined, erratic, and impatient. Doesn't help the flow.
Yeah. That's a good take.
Yes. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. At least like I kind of share that opinion. They're like fire and ice, but both in a very chaotic way. Like,
oh, when it works, it's so sick. So it's fine.
Exactly. I think what I would say is like Courtney is probably going to lose you a playoff game in a 7-game series, but she'll probably win you one as well. And I think T probably is a little less chaotic. Like she's a lot more stable on the bench. So she probably wouldn't lose you a full game, but she's probably not going to like win you one either. So I think it probably balances out. And the weird thing with these two is like, you can bench one of them for the entire game and they are like jazzed on the bench, like cheering the other one on, which is so uncommon in sports.
It is cool to see. What I struggle with is like, you know, as we drive for 5. I think that's the slogan that they're launching.
That is the slogan. That's the one I keep seeing. It's better than hashtag Lynx recognize. I'm
sorry. I'm gonna Lynx recognize the past here. It's hard to go like, you know, go from like the organization of an excellence of Lindsay Whalen to like the absolute chaos of Courtney Williams. It's kind of like I love it. I love it both. I love an organized offense, and I also love a like what the hell's going on type offense. And I know it's been, you know, what, probably 7 or 8 years since I've seen a Lindsay Whalen offense, but let me tell I knew it was orderly.
Different though. Like it's
a little different.
Like it's funny because like Cheryl, I think it shows the development of like her as a person by being able to manage a Courtney Williams offense. Because Cheryl like openly talks about how she will call a play in the huddle and Courtney will like forget what she called and have to go like ask BC what the play call is. And it's just like Lindsay would never like.
Oh, wait, well, I didn't sure have a quote about that where she was like, "Yeah, Courtney has like challenged me, and I've challenged Courtney, and we're on the same page. Like we want to win, and that trumps all." So yeah, you know, Courtney can be. I think I might have retweeted something. I probably retweeted something you posted. What's new?
You were one of the OGs.
I love retweeting. Great journalism, dog. Let me tell you.
Thank you.
So I like to see it, and Courtney's taking to the Lynx organization and what she's contributed in 2 seasons, 2, 3, 2,
2 seasons.
2.
Yeah.
It feels like both a lifetime and just one at the same time.
What's
It's been
so crazy
exemplary.
with Courtney is that, like, I know when it last playoff run, it was kind of like talked about to death because Courtney refused to let anyone call her a point guard. That was me and her ongoing joke for
Yeah.
3 months. But like she's only played point guard since she got to Chicago. The first, like, how old is she? 30, 31. The first 27 years of her life, she never played point guard. Now she's
Jeez.
very good at playing point guard, but
Yeah.
it is just hectic. Like Courtney has the same and it's so interesting because they're both from Atlanta or
Mhm.
the like Atlanta area, but she has the same confidence that Anthony Edwards
Yeah.
has, where she's just like, oh no, I can make that pass. And there's no way she's gonna be able to make it, but
Mhm.
she's gonna try it every
Yeah.
time. And like that's why she'll win you a playoff game.
I wonder
Like,
when we're gonna get the collaboration. It's only a matter of time. Like I
I'm gonna
know
be
Ant.
honest. I asked John about it. John Krasinski was on, which I loved your tweet, by the way, of like we're going from John Krasinski to Jordan, and
Hell
then,
yeah, dude.
and then Jonah Maves is going to be on Saturday.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
like the most clip heavy Twitter poster ever.
2 great sports journalists and then like a DJ, former radio guy. Let's go. let's get these insights.
This is what the people want. But like I asked John about it, and he was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna like they're both in the practice facility together. Could you like would you really think it's impossible that Courtney would just walk right up to Ant and be like, "Hey, come on this live stream?" And
Oh,
Ant would probably be like, "Yeah, all right." And then it
yeah.
happens without any PR, without anyone else
Yeah.
being involved,
I'm sure
because like they just that's
Lori
who
and
they
Arrow
are.
would love that. I would we need to see it. We deserve it. And I want merch from it, of course. Shocker.
You want
Hopefully it
A1
happens.
from day one,
I
stud buds.
I want more than what I want, more than how do I say this? I want Ant and Courtney to give us some content desperately. What I want more is back-to-back WNBA and NBA rings. That's what I want. Same season. It'd be sick to go back-to-back with it.
It would be. Jordan, I'm going to throw us over to one more ad, and then when we come
Oh
back,
my
we'll just kind
gosh.
of talk the rest of the
He's
schedule here.
rich. He's got
And we're back with another ad read. This time for Pence Homes, the presenting sponsor of Hitting the Hardwood Network. From the best tools and technology to transparency throughout the entire process, Nate Pence and the Pence Homes team is the top choice for buyers, sellers, and is proud to support you and your home ownership goals. Get started today by calling 612-308-1122 or by emailing info@pencehomes.com. Oh, the .com stayed. So anyone who said the .com was going to stay today, you can cash out wherever you're placing those bets. This is my new thing. I don't know why StreamYard, sometimes it finishes that ad, sometimes it doesn't.
Wow.
I don't know why.
It's
Makes
fun
no
to
sense.
play games with your sponsors. They always
I
love
mean,
that.
Nate's a cool guy, and I don't know if he was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he makes it to minute 23 in these, but
At 11:51 p.m.
If he does, shout out Nate Pence. So Jordan, obviously the rest of the schedule, not, very like enthralling, I would say, right? 2 games against the Valkyries, who are fighting for playoff seeding. Nate Pence is here. Shout out Nate.
Shout out
You're
Nate.
amazing. 2 games against the Valkyries, one of which I hear you guys are trying to fill an entire section of your
Yeah, we're doing it.
followers.
So during the Lynx season, we switched from Crunch wears no pants into Prowl does wear pants. So Prowl does wear pants. We'll be there. I forgot the section info. We'll tweet it out at No Pants Crunch eventually. But pull up to the game on 9/11 and just take in some hoops with us, man. Should be a great time.
When you say that out loud, it's not great.
Oh, because I'm Middle Eastern, you have a problem with it. Okay, Andrew, I get it. I'll leave.
Pull up to the game on 9/11 is wild. Nate says pink wigs given to everyone.
Yes,
there you
giveaway.
go. That can be your thing.
The pink wigs.
Yeah, just fill the whole section with pink wigs.
I think we're going to. So Panty Nation, what do we call this? Missing links. What do you call your fans?
I'm
Hitters.
still in utter disbelief that I have
The
fans.
Dookies,
So
are the Dookies your fan? All the
please don't
Panty
call them
Nation
the
members,
Dookies.
all the
That's dumb.
Dookies, pull up to the Valkyries game. It's Fan Appreciation Day, last game of the regular season. Should be a great time.
Nate says that's the fan giveaway. You don't even have to.
No, yeah, that is the fan game. Yeah, I think
That's the
they're all
fan
going to
give.
be
Oh
on the
my god,
seats.
that's amazing.
Good
I'm
news.
going to try and peer pressure everyone in the media to wear them and immediately throw away their credibility.
Yeah, which is fine.
That's the advantage of not going to journalism school and then getting a journalism job is I'm just going to peer pressure people into wearing wigs when they shouldn't. So anyways, we're back on track. Let's veer back on the road here.
Yeah, this is an episode of
Two
Cruch
games
versus
against the
Napheesa.
Valkyries,
Let's
one
go.
against the Fever. The Fever just announced Caitlin Clark done for the year. I mean, is there anything you're looking for out of the last 3 games?
Good times. No injuries.
There you go. That's as simple as you can put it. No injuries. Dejanay Carrington's the only person on the injured list, and I'll be honest,
You think it's serious?
I think if this was the playoffs, she'd just be playing. I mean, it sounds like she's been dealing with this shoulder kind of popping in and out of socket all season. You really
that's a horrible
can't.
thing to think about.
I mean, literally, it sounds exceptionally painful. And like, given Dejanay the last game she played, just dry eye popped in a contact off the court. She is tougher than I am, but like, I think if it was playoffs, she'd just be going.
Yeah.
Going. I think it just makes sense. She knows the offense. She knows the defense. She's pretty well adjusted to the team. Like, what's the point of having her go through pain to just win games out of principle? I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, if I could see a couple of jogs up and down the court on Fan Appreciation Night, that'd be cool. Just to see number 3 in action briefly, extra briefly, just to be like, proof of life, proof of dribbling ability, and then get out of there. I'm cool.
I'm genuinely hoping we get like 20 minutes of Kosu one of these games because like
oh yeah, on last game of the season, you think no one's getting run that game?
I hope not. I hope no one's getting run. I hope we get to see.
They might put my daughter in. Cheryl might just like point to the 3-year-old in the really big fee jersey and be like, "Lily, you're in." And I'm like, "Oh shit, it's happening."
So far ahead of time. No, Kosu is just one of those players that like every time I ask a player about her, they just light up because she's 20 now. So it's like the Lynx players taught her how to drive. Like she has her license because of the Lynx players helping her. She's like redoing her jump shot and like always is in the gym working. And like the next words out of their mouths is usually something along the lines of like, she can do things athletically that no one can do. So that makes me think, like, can she like dunk or something? Like, what are they hiding on their bench?
Put age on a poster. Yes.
6'3". Like, is she gonna finally get some run and just put up like 25 and look amazing?
It feels like it does feel like it does. Yeah. I think I would start betting on that. If FanDuel has the over-unders posted for that game, I'm mashing the over.
V Maria, we'll close with this one because I do think this is a good question. Not that all the other ones were bad, but first Nate says we missed Nate tonight. I completely agree. I think that would have that would have helped a lot. Nate says he would like to hear more about Lynx players taking Kosu for driving lessons. Yeah, that was actually Masha Kluendikova that broke that story, saying that they were taking turns taking her out on the road to like teach her how to drive.
Incredible.
And she has her license yet. So just avoid like the North Metro area if you're afraid of Lynx players that may have just gotten their license. Kosu's defense was great tonight. Completely agree. She was great in her minutes. V Marie, though, says, small concern, Cheryl is yet to develop a rotation. It's very random in how she uses T, Shepney, and Masha, which leads to big minutes for starters as she forgets about the bench. I mean, Jordan, you've been watching this team forever. It seems like that's been just a Cheryl Reeve
thing
is forgetting about the bench.
Yeah. That's still, I mean, Diamond Miller, Alyssa Peely, the list goes on and on. Crystal Dangerfield, even. Yeah, remember her?
Deep pull. Deep pull.
Deep pull. That's just how it goes in a Reeve offense. He's gonna ride the hot hand. Yeah, I'm not terribly concerned about it because we have 4 banners.
Yeah.
I feel like a Patriots fan right now. Like, yeah, it's fine. Belichick will fill it out. It's gonna be cool. Like, it's really what it is.
I mean, I think Cheryl, like with T and Courtney, she has pretty figured out. Like if Courtney's having a bad game, T is going to play 25 minutes. If Courtney's having a good game, T's probably playing 12. I would assume with BC, she treats Dejanay kind of the same way with Bridget, of just if Bridget's having a rough game, Dejanay is going to play a lot. If she's not, Bridget's going to play a lot, and we're not going to see a lot of Dejanay. The Shepherd, Masha, Smith, Fee, like 4 big kind of rotation minutes. Those are the ones that I think really suck for everybody involved, other than like Fee, because Fee's going to play 37 minutes no matter what, all playoffs, every single game, because that's what she does. But like Cheryl's kind of proven that like if Masha has it cooking, she's just going to leave her in the entire quarter, and then Jess isn't going to play.
Yeah, there's do you watch anime? I'm taking a crazy left turn. Do you watch anime?
I watched anime in high school.
Okay, there's an anime called
How old am I?
Haikyuu.
16 years ago.
Well, you got to fire up Haikyuu. It's a volleyball anime, and the coach in that anime does the same thing. Like just a random bench player, like it's your time, and just you might not see them for a season or 2, but then they're gonna pull up and they're gonna bail you out of a pinch. So maybe Cheryl Reeve is just a big Haikyuu fan. That's my theory. She just takes after the coach from Haikyuu. Highly recommend. It'll make you cry. You'll care about high school volleyball in Japan as much as you care about the Lynx.
That would be a career arc for me if I started caring about high school volleyball in Japan.
At least this cartoon team, they'll win your way into your heart.
Okay.
Like
that's the cartoon team.
Yeah, they're just the cartoon team. But that's what I equated to. Just like that's her coaching style, and that's after she's been here 15 years now.
Yeah, something like that.
I've kind of become oblivious to it.
I mean, I'll say this, like when JJ Redick had that game against the Wolves where he played the starting 5 the entire second half, didn't put a bench player in for even a minute, 24 straight minutes for all of those guys. The Lynx had a training camp kind of scrum the next day, and I think Kent asked her about it and was just like, so Cheryl, you see JJ's rotations? And Cheryl's answer was something along the lines of, thank God somebody's worse than me. So it's like she's acutely aware of it. Yeah, I mean, if that means anything.
I think it's totally within. I think I'm very pro JJ doing that. Actually, there's big arguments on Crunch Wars No Pants about that. And I'm very pro Cheryl doing it. If these are the best players you got and that's what you think as the coach, especially someone like Cheryl who's proven, then by all means do it. I'm not one to try and overthrow the best coach in W history. What do you got?
Oh, I was just gonna say, Meme just makes a good point of like Nay against more physical teams like Seattle. Hope she gets more minutes. I think that's why they got Dejanay. Like she just gives, like if you're worried of if T or Court can handle a opposing team's point guard because they're bigger or more physical, Nay is just a pit bull. Like she is going to shut down whoever she is on. I mean, I have so much respect for her, especially like now knowing that she's been doing all of this with a shoulder that just on a whim decides to pop out of socket and pop back in. Like she's an incredible human being.
Her dog, I always knew she was a dog, but then seeing it in your colors, you're kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
And just like I remember those first 3 or 4 games with her, you're like, oh my God. Like, this is, it's hard. I mean, as Minnesota fan, I think all sports fans like this, but especially with Minnesotans, if there's a player that comes and just tries hard and embraces it, you just endear yourself to the fan base. It's really,
I think it's especially inviting. Minnesotan though. Like
we got that Midwestern work ethic, and Dejanay does too.
There is something to that though. That's like specifically Minnesotan, where it's like you can be of any background, you can have like criminal history. It doesn't matter. You come to Minnesota, and if you're just like the last person at practice and play gritty defense on any of the main sports, you just immediately have like a cult following.
I'm trying to think about an example of like a hardcore criminal coming in and getting. I don't think so. Like,
I'm trying to think. I don't think we've had any hardcore criminals.
oh, Randy. Well, hang on. Randy Moss smoked weed once in a blue moon, so like he kind of counts as like
Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie.
All right, Jordan. I think that's all I have. Do you have anything you want to plug? Anything you want to throw in there quick before we get out of here?
At No Pants Crunch, I'll plug it one more time. So we are Crunch Wears No Pants, or Prowl does wear pants depending on the season. We love you so much. Pull up.
All right. That's all I have. All the Lynx fans in here. I mean, the 256 of you that have come by to check this out at midnight. You guys are wild, but that's
super duper real ones.
That's why we do this, though. I mean, you guys, Lynx fans deserve. I will no longer say good content, because Terry made a good point a couple pods ago, saying like, we're providing content. It's up for them to decide. That's like the most on brand Terry Horseman thing ever. But you guys deserve content. Like, you deserve live streams. You deserve some of the stuff that the Wolves do or any other professional sports do. And you guys are the best fans in the business. So thank you all for coming in, and we will catch you after Golden State's game with Jonah Maves.